Hello, 5th graders. Welcome to lesson 2.5, Division Word Problems. Let's get started. Today's objective is I can evaluate division word problems by identifying the divisor and dividend using the standard algorithm with 100% accuracy in multiple attempts. Please pause to write the lesson objective in your digital math notebook. In today's lesson, we're going to be talking about division word problem. Our goal is to be able to identify the dividend, the divisor, the quotient, and the remainder. Go ahead and put your pencil down and watch me do a problem. It says, Miss King has 483 raffle tickets for the upcoming carnival. She wants to give them out equally among her 32 students. How many would each student get? How many students' tickets would be left over? So we're going to divide 483 by 32. So remember, 32 has to go as a whole, so it can't go into 4. It has to go into 48. It can only go into 48 one time because 30 plus 30 would be 60, and that's too much. So 32 goes underneath, and we subtract. 8 minus 2 is 6, and 4 minus 3 is 1. Then we're ready to bring down the 3. Now, if we think about how many times 30 can go into 160, we can count by 3s or 30s to get there. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. 180 would be too much, so it's going to be 5 times, and we'll need to multiply to see what that is. So 32 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. Oh, perfect. So 160 is really close to 163, which means we have a remainder of 3. Now, before we move on, we want to be able to identify our parts in this problem. So remember, the dividend is the big number we're going to divide. So in this case, the dividend was 483. The divisor is how many groups that I'm splitting it up into. That is 32. The quotient is our answer. That's on top. That is 15. And the remainder, the leftover part, is 3. Ready to try one together? You have a copy of this in your digital math notebook. Fill out the boxes as we go through this together. Woodhill Elementary School's 3rd and 4th grade classes are planning a joint field trip. There is a total of 464 students in these 2 grades, and only 45 seats per bus. How many buses will we need to fit all of the students? So before we divide this time, let's go ahead and identify our parts. Our big number that we're going to be dividing is 464. Our divisor, that's how many people we can put on a bus, is 45. Now before we have the quotient and the remainder, we'll have to divide. So we have 464 divided by 45. Well, 45 doesn't go into 4, but it does go into 46 one time. 45 goes underneath, and we subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1, and 4 minus 4 is 0, so we're left over with 1. And then we bring down this 4. Okay, 45, 14, nothing to bring down. So this would be a remainder. But this is where we have to use our thinking about our remainders to decide what's going to happen. If I don't have enough seats on the bus for these 14 kids, is it fair that they can't go on the field trip? No. So this is where it comes in. How many buses do we need in all? Our quotient is actually 1, and our remainder is 14. But if we were planning a trip and we wanted everybody to attend, then we would need 2 buses. Please pause to fill in the boxes in your digital math notebook. All right, guys, it's your turn for the lesson activity. Let's get started together. It says, Bridget likes to take photos with her new camera. She already has 427 photos. She bought a camera 15 days ago and took pictures every day. How many pictures did she take each day? So before we divide, we can identify the big number, the total that she's going to split up is 427. The divisor is 15, and that's all we can do before we divide. I'll help set this problem up, and then you can finish finding the quotient and the remainder. If we have 427 divided by 15, 15 can't go into 4, so it's got to go into 42. 15 we can think of like a clock. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. 45 is bigger than 42, so we can't go in 3 times. We can only go in 2 times, which is 30. When we subtract 4, 2 minus 0 is 2. And 4 minus 3 is 1. So we're left over with 12, and then we bring down the 7. Now, how many times does 15 go into 127? Well, 15 times 8 would be 120. And then we could subtract, and we would be left over with 7. Go ahead and fill in the quotient and the remainder from the problem in your digital math notebook. Great job, 5th graders. Don't forget to complete your exit slip before you're done. Have a great day.